everyone, it's Laura, and I'm here today for just an amazing tag. If you're a drugstore makeup lover, you are going to love all the products that I talk about today and little tidbits that I share with you. I was actually tagged by Carla and Cindy from Two Real Chicks. They are just fabulous. I love them. It's just so great to see friends that have been lifelong friends like that. They're just family, basically. And they did a tag with Lori from All That Beauty with Lori, and Lori's great too. She's been here on YouTube for several years, and I just adore her too. So I hope you'll go and watch what they had to say about their products, but I'm going to go ahead and get started with her first question, which is, which brand do you think stepped up their game? And I have to say Wet n Wild. I could just go on and on about Wet n Wild. The new Photofocus foundation is what I'm wearing right now. I love the mascara. I've talked about that over and over. With the fibers, I'll put a little picture of it here so you can see. Their lipsticks, I go back and repurchase over and over. If they start going bad, I go back and get them. What, they're $1 or $2. They're just amazing, and so many of those are shades that are matte shades. I just love that line. If I had to pick any line that I think is probably the best at the drugstore, I'd have to say Wet n Wild, and I wouldn't have said that a couple of years ago. So I think they have really stepped their game up. Now the second question is your favorite 3 new products. That was so easy for me because number one, I've talked to you recently about these Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink. I love these. I'm telling you, I have to take coconut oil to get them off because they'll even stay while I sleep. It's not perfect, of course, after 24 hours, but most of the lipstick's still there. So these are great. I love these for school. These will be great this year because I don't have time to reapply lipstick, and I know a lot of you don't either. So that is a great product. The other one, I love this new Infallible Metallics from L'Oreal. L'Oreal's hitting a home run. The lip stain that I'm wearing right now is L'Oreal. This is their new metallics. I bought this in the shade, let's see, I can't find the shade, but it's a peach shade. Oh, here it is, Rose Chrome, that's what it is. And this is beautiful. You could even use this as a highlighter. And then the other one that I love from L'Oreal is the new Pro Glow. This concealer is great. You put it down your nose, your chin. It just works all over your face, so it eliminates having a couple of products for that. So I think it's a good buy too. My most overrated or failed product, I go with a failed product, is from e.l.f. It's their lip stain, and this is Rouge Radiance. I was so disappointed because I love so much of e.l.f. and I had high hopes for this. I put it on, and within an hour or so it disappeared. I tried putting multiple layers. It just did not last. So guess what I'm doing now? I'm using it for blush. I've been taking it. It gives a nice, beautiful rosy glow. I just tap it on the cheeks, blend it out, and I'm done. So I'm one of those people that's been taught to not waste things, so it was aggravating me that it wasn't working great for my lips. But it ended up being a great blush. If I could only pick one brand for a full face, I would have to say Wet n Wild. Like I said earlier, one thing I didn't talk about are their eyeshadows, and those are magnificent too. That Au Naturel palette is beautiful, and Walking on Eggshells is one of my favorites, and I know some of you have commented about that, how much you like that. That is another beauty. But they make amazing shadows. Before I started YouTube, I thought of Wet n Wild as like a teenage brand. I never bought anything from them, but they have really changed in the last, I've been on YouTube 3 years. And over those 3 years, I bought more and more from them. And this last year, I bought the most I've ever purchased. So I could easily do a full face with Wet n Wild, and for a really inexpensive price. A product I like better than its high-end counterpart is this one from CoverGirl. It's their new melting pout. I like this better than the Too Faced Melted. I bought a couple of them. They had them at Marshall's, and I thought, wow, I hit the lotto. I brought it home and really was not that impressed. This I'm so impressed with. It's the same thing. It's got a sponge applicator. This is another one of those products that lasts for hours. That's what gets me. I don't want to have to reapply lipstick. I love lipstick. It's my favorite makeup product. But unfortunately, with the job that I have as a teacher, I rarely have a chance to just stop and reapply makeup during the day, unless it's during my lunchtime. And I do that at lunch. But otherwise, I'm not in a position where I'm looking in a mirror at all day. So I want to have confidence that what I'm putting on my lips is going to last, and this is really great. My tried and true product that I've purchased over and over, I'm going to give to a skincare product, and that's this simple micellar water. I have bought so many bottles of this for me and my daughter Danielle. She loves it. I love it. I do a cleanse with oil first to try to get off as much makeup as I can, and then I go over my skin with this, and I will still get stuff off. So I know it's worth the money because I feel so good. My skin feels amazing when I'm done cleansing with this. This is worth every penny. The next question is about a new brand or a new to me brand that I'm impressed with. Well, I've been wearing drugstore makeup my entire life. Mostly in my teens, I would say I wore a lot of L'Oreal. I remember those pots of lip gloss, if you remember them, in the early 80s, maybe 1980. And I would just load that lip gloss all over my lips. So there's nothing that's really that new to me. But I will say this, in the last couple of years, I've bought a lot of e.l.f. And I have not talked about this product, and I've been wanting to for a long time, so this is my opportunity. This, I know, is going to look crazy wild, the color. This one is their violet, bronze violet, but this is from the Aqua line, I believe. It's the consistency of a cream blush, but also like a little bit of a gel too. It's very hard to describe. But I take the e.l.f. Stipple brush, dab in this, and it is beautiful, and it's not only pigmented but lasts all day. If you have trouble with getting cream blush to stay on your skin during the day, then I suggest this brand. I also bought a bronzed pink beige, and this is beautiful too, and they have a peach shade. I think the bronzers are also nice. This is so inexpensive. I'm thrilled Target is carrying e.l.f. now. They have so many e.l.f. products. So I think you wouldn't be disappointed in this blush. It lasts, it's easy to apply, very blendable, and beautiful. Carla, you always say in your videos you're having a hot flash. I'm having one right now too, so I feel for you. This question was about a brand that never impressed me, but now I like it, and I would have to say CoverGirl. When I was a teenager, I had terrible acne, and I went to an acne specialist, and while I was there, they always told me, don't use CoverGirl. That's horrible. It's going to clog your pores. So I had that in my brain that CoverGirl was this horrible brand that would just kill my skin, and to stay as far away from it as I could. But they've really changed. I love their CoverGirl 3-in-1. That foundation I used for probably 2 years. And as I said, this melting pout, I love it. Their lipsticks are beautiful. I'm very impressed with a lot of their blush. I've bought several of the CoverGirl blushes, so my opinion on CoverGirl has changed quite a bit over the years. The primer that makes my makeup look fresh all day is from Hard Candy. It's very inexpensive. It's their Sheer Envy Hydrating Primer Mist. They say 12 hours. I agree with them. This has been a game changer too with helping my makeup to last. Being here in Florida with all the humidity we have, I'm in the air conditioning, out of the air conditioning, and I still have, at 53 years old, oily skin. It's gotten even more oily at this point in menopause, and I'm finding that products, I need more tactics to help them stay on my face. This has done the job. Danielle's laughing with my word of tactics to keeping my makeup on, but you gotta have a strategy. My last question here today is my favorite makeup brushes. I talked about the other day the e.l.f. Flawless concealer brush that I don't use it for concealer. I use it for blending shadows, for doing contouring, a little blush even. This brush is my favorite. I just love it. It's like my favorite student, but teachers aren't allowed to have a favorite student. And this e.l.f. fan brush would be another favorite. I love this for the cheeks. If I'm using a powder blush, I always use this. It spreads it out, just gives a beautiful look to the blush. And I couldn't live without this small stipple brush. I use this for blush, any cream blush. I use it to just blend it out, and it always does a great job. So that's it. This was an awesome tag. Carla and Cindy, thank you so much for tagging me. It was fun. I always love sharing my favorite things with all of my friends. I want to say something for a moment. I have noticed so many of the women in our community, small channels sort of stopping their channel, and I'm hearing a lot about YouTube not supporting the small channels and these big channels sort of taking over. I want to speak for all of us that I hope if you're not subscribed, almost half the people that watch my channel aren't subscribed. If they would subscribe, it definitely would boost that number, and that's what YouTube's looking at, how many subscribers we have. So the thumbs up are important too, but the subscriber number sort of lets YouTube know that we are a channel to be reckoned with. I hope you'll subscribe if you're not, and give me a thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching.